also, with that being said, when you have Raheem Mostert, he is that. Um, what I'm looking for out of him is I think he's going to be our third down type of back, because even when third down was going down, like going
Yeah.
on, Raheem Mostert was out there a lot of those third downs. So they might be using him in a, looking at him in a special way for that third down situation. And we're kind of used to that. Remember, when Josh Jacobs were here, he was the bell cow, and who was the third down back for us that I was the fan club of? Amir Abdullah. And Amir
Yeah.
Abdullah obviously was the veteran in the room, but he
Yeah.
was our third down guy.
Yeah.
So they're going to deploy them in certain ways, and I'm excited for um for that group. One thing that I was telling you behind the scenes that I'm going to bring out right now, people were down about Zamir White, and I was on the fan club of keeping him on the roster, and
Yeah.
it was because, and if you guys remember some of those tapes when I was talking about Zamir White, I said if Chip Kelly can draw up some plays that fit his system, fits what works for Zamir White,
Yeah.
we might see the production that we saw in the past. And I think that's what we saw in the preseason. That gap power system that they were running for Zamir White. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that he was busting 20 yarders and breaking stuff to the house, but he was getting those 4 yards. He was getting those 5 yards. He was getting those respectable yards. And when I say respectable yards, what you want just in general, first of all, you want ball security, but you want that running back to get at least 4 or 5 yards of pop every time he gets the ball. And that's what was coming forth in Zamir White and the newer system that he was running behind. So we'll see how that plans out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Zamir White is going to be a bell cow by any sense, but I believe that, if you have Zamir White as that backup and he's running under the system that's favorable for him, I think it's going to work well, where you have Ashton Genty doing his thug thizzle, and then you have Zamir White coming behind him when he needs a break or whatever, and just giving us those respectable yards. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Zamir does have the ability to break one when there is that option for it. But if he can just give us those 4 or 5 yards while, I'm saying, Ashton Genty's getting taped up, or Ashton Genty is drinking his Gatorade, or whatever the situation may be, that's what's going to keep this offense moving forward. And that's definitely what I'm expecting